That's what spiritual men look for. Perception. Each one of us in this place can become a giant if only you are diligent to secure what? I want to stop there today. Part of our mission is to restore accurate Christianity in our generation. Some people think that pursuing money is equal to Christianity. That the way we measure your compliance with God is by your vehicle, how many nations you have traveled. That's darkness. That is falling. That's falling Christianity. Now, so we are coming to deliver Christianity the way the apostles pioneered it, the way Jesus established it. Because we understand that the focal point of the revival that will infiltrate the world is Africa. That is in our own generation. So we need to labor on the continent of Africa in discipleship, in apostolic teaching, in exemplary living to bring Africa to that point where we can fill up the gap of missionary manpower and take the gospel back to the West from whence it came. Some of you sitting here today, when you are thoroughly equipped, you will find yourself on the streets of Arizona in the United States of America, casting out devils and holding intercessory meetings. And yeah, that's why we're doing what we're doing. Because you will go to the streets of Arizona and you will not find Jesus anywhere close. So you will become the lamp that will bring the witness, that will turn the hearts of men back to God again. The missionaries of our time will come from the continent of Africa, and that's why we are striving, we are spending resources, spending ourselves to see that the least among us becomes as strong as David. It's a kingdom dream. We saw it on the heart of God. That's what he wants to do, and that's what our lives will be spent to achieve. As I see my Father, what I see him do, that is what I do. I don't have an ambition. I don't have an agenda. I'm not looking for money. In fact, the naira is weak. Not looking for money. I was in the oil industry for 16 years. We were using that money to push the gospel. I am comfortable, me and my wife and my children are comfortable to dwell in a hut. If that is what, at least we'll be waking up. Rains will not, the elements won't beat on us. We have lived way smaller than our financial size so that we can have enough to push the gospel, and we have done that until this day. To this day. I know how many houses my friends have, the ones that are my juniors. Have a house in Katsina, in Kaduna, in Abuja, in Lagos. When you finish on this world, that's when you will know that God did not send you to buy houses. I was on my knees in prayer. When God spoke to me, it was God that spoke to me. He said, that's your wife's school. Because while I was cutting her, she said she has a vision to have a school. It was God that told me, that's your wife's school. Begin to build it now. Not me that told him. I was just praying. And when God said I should build the school, we had no money. Do you understand what I'm talking about? And I remember I had $2,000 in one account. So we went and liquidated. First Bank, my colleague, they have 4 branches. They say they don't have up to $2,000 in the 4 branches. That we should go to Boko. So we took a trip to Boko. That's how we got 2,000. We changed and began to build. Because God said, what? Do you know that money did not finish? Till that school was built. It didn't finish. And one day I was praying on the top floor of the school. And I was seeing, because we developed a Christian curriculum. A is not for Apple. A is for Abraham. Yes. So that unconsciously, as you are growing through the system, you are being discipled, but you are not aware. So I was on the top floor and I was seeing people coming to drop their children, and I now say, God, so if we did not do this, what will happen to these children? As I see my father do, that is what I do. After we finished building the embassy, I was on my knees again praying, say, now you are qualified to have a house. I say, I'm qualified. Okay. So I said, okay, let us lay the foundation of the house before the rains come. What I wanted to do in the house is just foundation this year. The next year, we'll begin to build. The house has been roofed. God approves when I do things for myself. So the fact that there's money doesn't mean anything will change. For in him we live, in him we move, and in him we have our being. Now you got it. We're going to pray. Don't live for yourself. No. The gifts of God on your life will never come out if you are living for yourself. Live for Jesus. And you know what he will do? He will take you into greatness beyond what you can do for yourself.